We started Smarty Ants nearly 3 years ago with the goal that we could create a place where virtually all kids could come, play in a safe environment, and go on a thrilling adventure where at the end of the adventure they would be great readers. What we thought was it might be possible for us to create the qualities of a terrific personal reading tutor to be available for your child at their home. And what we thought about in terms of a personal reading tutor was a tutor that could come in and sit with your child and figure out where they were on the learning path, all the way from just learning the names of the capital letters all the way to the end of first grade reading, where they were reading stories with compound words and prefixes and suffixes and apostrophes and all of these things. And the idea was to find out at the beginning exactly where they were in a learning path and allow them to enter the Smarty world right at that point. Then we wanted a tutor who could introduce new concepts in a playful, fun way so that kids could be engaged as they learn this material, but that a tutor who was monitoring all the time that your child played exactly how quickly kids were learning and could move the pace as quickly as those kids learned, but also detect as soon as a kid began to become frustrated and stop right there and provide as much scaffolding and as much support and as many different approaches as we could to teach the kid exactly that concept, and then move on as soon as those things had been, as soon as those new skills had been acquired and mastered. Now, what we wanted to do was provide a place that was highly motivating. We wanted to get kids to understand the letters. We wanted them to understand the letter sounds. We wanted them to quickly learn that they could play with those sounds to make words. And then as quickly as they'd made words, we wanted them to build their first story, because there is this enormous sort of magical moment when a kid, no matter how simple the story is, when they've built a story and they can read it to themselves or to their parents or to their friends. We wanted to get there as quickly as possible. And we wanted all of this to be a celebration of reading. We wanted lots of little steps where we could measure accomplishment, so that regardless of whether you were learning in a very rapid manner or whether you were learning slowly, you could feel smart because you could celebrate and calibrate all the time that you were moving forward and learning.